friends, I'm Angel Bhalerao. I'm studying in Podda International School in class 8. Today, we are going to see question and answers of an English lesson. The name of the lesson is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But before watching this video in detail, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So let's start. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Word galaxy. Holograph, meaning a manuscript handwritten by the person named as its author. Deceased, meaning death. Benefactor, meaning a person who gives money or other help to a person or cause. Immodest, meaning lacking humility or decency. Hitherto, meaning until now or until the point in time under discussion. Fiend, meaning an evil spirit or demon. Obnoxious, meaning extremely unpleasant. Boisterous, meaning noisy, energetic and cheerful. Geniality, meaning the quality of having a friendly and cheerful manner. Protege, meaning a person who is guided and supported by an older and more experienced person. Question 1. Answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. A. What was Mr. Utterson's custom on Sunday? The answer is, it was Mr. Utterson's custom on Sunday, when his meal was over, to sit close by the fire with a volume of some dry divinity on his reading desk until the clock of the neighboring church rang out the hour of 12, and then he would go soberly and gratefully to bed. B. What was written in Dr. Jekyll's will? The answer is, the will of Dr. Jekyll stated that in case Henry Jekyll dies, disappears, or in case of an unexplained absence for any period exceeding 3 calendar months, all his possessions will be passed to his friend Edward Hyde. In case of Dr. Jekyll's disappearance, Edward Hyde should step into Henry Jekyll's shoes without further delay and free from any burden or obligations, beyond the payment of a few small sums to the member of the doctor's household. C. Describe the meeting between Dr. Lanyon and Mr. Utterson at Cavendish Square. The answer is, when Mr. Utterson arrived at Dr. Lanyon's house, Dr. Lanyon sprang up from his chair and welcomed him both hands. The scene although seemed dramatic, but he had genuine feelings. The two conversed about Dr. Jekyll as they were the only friends he had. D. Why did Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Lanyon part ways? The answer is, Dr. Lanyon, despite being Dr. Jekyll's childhood friend, had a different opinion. Both of them differed in their approach to science. It was almost 10 years since both of them parted their ways. According to Dr. Lanyon, Dr. Jekyll started to lose his mind and started going wrong in the things he did. Question 2. Answer the following questions in 80 to 100 words. A. What was the step taken by Mr. Utterson in order to save Dr. Jekyll's will from evil hands? The answer is, on noticing the contents of the will, Mr. Utterson was greatly disturbed. He had never heard of Edward Hyde, and this sparked suspicion in his mind. He makes it a point to find out the truth about this character on his own. He went to Cavendish Square to meet Dr. Lanyon, old friend of Dr. Jekyll. He inquired about Dr. Jekyll and Lanyon's friendship. The two conversed about Dr. Jekyll as they were the only friends he had. Dr. Lanyon described how he and Dr. Jekyll parted ways because of the differences in their approach to science. He also inquired if Dr. Lanyon knew about a birthday that Dr. Jekyll had. On learning the answer that such a person never existed, the identity of Mr. Hyde became questionable for Mr. Utterson. B. What kind of person was Utterson? Give reason. The answer is Mr. Utterson was a great friend. Even though his profession demanded him to keep his client's interest, he took personal interest in Dr. Jekyll's will, even though he refused to assist in making the will. He must took great length to make sure that Dr. Jekyll's will was not made against his will. He was greatly disturbed by the reference made to Mr. Hyde, as he didn't know anything about this character. This made him suspect foul play. As a result, he made it a point to meet Dr. Lanyon in the pursuit of finding the truth about Mr. Hyde. He was a curious, practical man who stopped at nothing in finding the truth. Extra questions. Question 1. What does Dr. Jekyll's will stipulated? The answer is, after the death or prolonged absence exceeding 3 calendar months of Dr. Jekyll, all his assets will be given to Mr. Hyde. Question 2. What are the full names of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? The answer is, Henry Jekyll and Edward Hyde are the full names. Question 3. Did Utterson know before that Sunday whom the man named in the will was? The answer is yes. Utterson knew before that Sunday who the man named in the will was. Question 4. Who lives at Cavendish Square? The answer is Dr. Lanyon lives at Cavendish Square. Question 5. What does Lanyon look like? The answer is Lanyon is a hearty, healthy, dapper, red-faced gentleman with a shock of hair prematurely white and a boisterous and decided manner. Question 6. How does Lanyon look like? The answer is Utterson knew Lanyon as they were old friends from school and college. Question 7. What interrupted the friendship between Lanyon and Dr. Jekyll? The answer is something went wrong in the mind with Jekyll, and he, Lanyon, saw little of each other. Question 8. What question prompts Utterson to go to Lanyon's house at midnight? The answer is the question that prompts Utterson to go to Lanyon's house at midnight was whether Lanyon had ever met Mr. Hyde. Okay friends, so these were the questions and answers of this lesson named The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and if you have any suggestions for me, please write in comment box. Bye. Have a good day. Thanks for watching this video.